Well, winter is here, and Mr. Mark has another craft idea for you that I think you'll like, because you can hang these up in your classroom even, or the children can take them home and hang them up in their room. But it's a little snowman, and we're gonna use some recycled CDs. That's right, from literature that we don't use anymore because it's already outdated. So let me just show you real quickly how to do this. First of all, on the side that's shiny, I'm gonna write Snowbody. Do you get it? Snowbody loves you like Jesus. Because nobody loves you like Jesus. Good. All right. And what you want to do right now is, because it'll be wet and it'll be hard to do later, is go ahead and add the fishing line that you're going to hang it with before you even paint it, because you're going to want to tape it on the back, and that takes a little bit, and it might mush your little masterpiece if you don't do it right now. So we're going to add that right now. Tape. This is kind of big tape. I don't know if you'll want to use big tape or not. So let's do that. And I'm going to find the loop, the two ends, and I find that if you will tie these together, let me show you. If you'll just tie these together, that little knot is a little harder to pull through the tape. It makes it hold just a little bit better. So I'm gonna tape that on right there. Okay, so this one's ready to go. Trim this edge because I don't want that to show, and I don't want this to show. Very good. Turn it over where the printing is, because this is where we're going to start painting it. All right, so here's the white paint, and I'm just going to put it right on there. It might be that when you do it, you're going to put the paint in a place where the kids have to dip it out. I think that's a good idea. But we're going to put it on here, and using the wet paint, we can just about add all the things we want to while it's super wet. So I'm going to kind of get it away from the edge just a little bit. All right, I think you can see that. Now I want to add some white or silver glitter. So we had a little bit of silver, oh, and maybe even a little multicolor on that. So that's good. So I'm gonna add some silver on this, just because it'll have a little sparkle. One time we had a lady who went to the resource room to get glitter out. This is why glitter should be outlawed. And she got glitter out of the resource room, and her classroom was actually upstairs. And one of those glitters was turned upside down, and it was open. She had an armful of it. Oh, I don't know what they were doing that day, but she trailed glitter all the way up, like a thick trail all the way up. And of course we didn't know it until it had already been tracked by the crowds of people walking those stairs and all the hallway. So you might want to use a glitter opening that's like this. It's very fine, so you can't just go crazy on it. That would be my suggestion, unless you just don't want to have glitter at all in your area. And be sure that kids don't put glitter on each other's heads, because a lot of glitter is even made of metal, and it can get into their scalp if they start doing that horseplay like that. I know your kids don't horseplay, but they do. And so, all right, while it's still wet, I can go ahead and add the buttons. And so I've got them laid out here, and if a button is too small, with giant fingers, then you could use a toothpick to help pick them up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put mine on and get it moved to just the right spot. And so you can help the kids do this too. Just the right spot. And then it'll dry with the glue. All right, here's the mouth. I'm gonna start in the center because I think it'll go on a little bit easier than that. We had a lady not too long ago who just had a jar full of buttons. Isn't that neat? I've seen those like in antique stores and stuff, and it was a huge help for us because all the buttons were able to be used. So we've gathered up some black ones here. Good. And if you want to add some other little sparklies or whatever, you can absolutely do that. So anyway, we have that on there. It's ready to go. Now, the only thing left would be the nose. And I can't pick it up right now, but you can add the nose after it dries, and it's super easy. About 4 inches by 6 inches, I think will work pretty good. So about 1/4 of a sheet, and you want to twist it where it'll make the nose and it'll come out. So that'll be a lot of fun. So let's just try that. Hold it in half and give it a twist. And then it's kind of the shape of a carrot. I know, isn't that great? There it is. And so you just poke it through the hole and then put a piece of tape on the back. So that way it's in place, and that's your carrot nose. So really, that's all there is to it. You just gotta let it dry. Matter of fact, let me just give you a tip. If you're laying these in the hall and you're waiting for kids to be picked up and it's only been an hour and they're still a little runny, like I suggest you tell the boys and girls, if you'll wait, next week these will be hanging in our room and you'll get to see them. And then you can let them go home after that. That would be a better idea. If you're a smart teacher, you'd get you a pen and you would write on there whose it is. This one is Nate's. I don't want to get them mixed up because they may very well possibly know that is theirs and you've given it to someone else. So by writing it on the plate, you've got it all set. So that's it for our little snowman craft. I hope you'll give it a try and post a picture. I'd love to see what y'all come up with. I bet they're great.